Segment sponsored by Tricities Senior Massage.
We are taking you inside here at Tricities Senior Massage. We are joined by Angela Tyree to talk more about the services she provides to seniors really all around the Tri-Cities area. And Angie, thank you so much for having us out today.
Oh, thank you.
So talk to me a little bit about Tri-Cities Senior Massage. I was reading you launched this about a year ago.
Yes, I started it about a year ago to provide massage therapy services to our area's geriatric population. I also see hospice and palliative care patients and oncology patients, whether they currently be in treatment or are post-treatment.
And I noticed too in your background, you've worked with seniors many, many years in different settings. So obviously an important population for you.
Yes, I started my adult working life at 17 in a nursing home as a nurse aide, and I did that through the end of high school and through college. Ultimately, my career led me away from healthcare, but at the beginning of the pandemic, I just really felt the need to do something more fulfilling. So I went back to the nursing home, just part-time, 2 weekends a month. And it was during that time that I realized that massage therapy for this population would be a really great thing. So I changed gears then.
And it seems like too, it's a different, when we typically think of massage therapy, it's a little bit different than what you do with seniors, because you work with them that maybe sometimes aren't able to maybe handle physically a typical massage like we might think.
A lot of my patients really are, they're palliative care or hospice. They're in a hospital bed. They have severe mobility issues. They already have thin skin and they've lost a lot of muscle tone. So they wouldn't have your typical long massage therapy session like normal robust people would.
But I bet there's a lot of benefits to having that physical touch, that therapeutic touch.
Yes, a lot of residents in nursing homes are touch starved, and that goes a long way towards helping with their agitation and their anxiety and depression. I make house calls throughout the Tri-Cities area, so if you aren't well enough to come to the office here in Johnson City, I can come to you, and I'm available evenings and weekends as well.
Which is really nice. And what kind of a response have you gotten? What types of benefits or changes have you seen in some of your patients over the last year?
Well, numerous times I've had them, just burst into tears because they, just say that feels so good, they sleep better. It's a very powerful tool to use for anxiety and depression in your older population or people who maybe have been sick for quite some time.
So not only the physical benefits, the emotional benefits as well,
right.
And all kind of going into play. And it's interesting because until I read about you, I had no idea there was someone like you that did that. Very unique.
Thank you. Yeah, I knew as soon as when I started my massage therapy career that this is the population that I wanted to serve.
And I would imagine for families too, to see their loved ones getting this type of care and the difference that it's made in their lives, it really means a lot.
Right. A lot of times the people who make the appointments with me are the caregivers, the family members, and they're very appreciative of this service because they're really searching for something meaningful that they can give to the person that they're taking care of that will make a difference.
And so Angie, what does a typical treatment sort of look like? I would imagine, when most of us think of massage, we think about that deep and lots
right.
of, what does yours look like in comparison then?
It's a much lighter touch and it doesn't last as long. A lot of it involves holding, but there's definitely no deep tissue for people who have, had significant muscle loss.
Because you've often heard, I'm sure, like massage therapy can be almost dangerous for those that are
right,
in that
right.
category.
A lot of typical massage therapists, especially in your spa setting, those people would be contraindicated, and so they, would probably even be turned away.
And since you've been doing this for the last year, I know already getting quite a response and continuing to grow. So obviously it sounds like this is a real niche that you have found in the community.
Yes, and the geriatric population in this area is growing. You know, a lot of retirees find this a very attractive spot. So.
Well, thanks for having us out today and telling us a little bit more about the services that you provide. We'll give everybody the information. You can find her on Facebook. You can also find her website, TricitiesSeniorMassage.com. And of course, her office is right here in downtown Johnson City. But as she said, she makes house calls and also visits different facilities.
The preceding segment sponsored by Tricities Senior Massage.